Guys, it is with great despair that I must announce that CNN Plus is no longer going to be continued.
Oh no! Where am I going to get my news now?
Only weeks after they're released, CNN Plus is no longer.
Who the fuck was going to buy that?
Judging by Bart's face, that's the most average reaction of everybody. What the hell is that?
I know, I'm like, what the fuck is the difference between
Nobody ever was interested. Nobody ever knew. No one asked for it. No one wanted it. That's why.
Was it like the behind the scenes of the fucking news channel?
All the extra content.
Yeah. What other pluses are there? ESPN Plus?
It was just a bunch of like original, like they had some original content on
You can buy
there.
CNN pay-per-views?
I don't even think that was on. Yeah.
It's like Sanjay Gupta vlogs or something.
Hey guys, what's up?
It's just more CNN stuff. It's just stuff that you don't like. And then, I mean, what was on there? Like there was like a Jussie Smollett documentary on there. Or,
For real?
I think, yeah, but I don't know if it got finished.
Did not want.
But from
any
his side?
viewers then.
Where he's innocent.
They should have done
If I
like,
did it, but him.
they should have done like in detailed like astrology or something. Like if you pay for this, you'll have very accurate astrology.
Yeah, I mean, that would have
CNN
got it.
Plus.
Yeah.
And it's like, fudge, I really need to know my future.
The crazy thing is, even as I'm like reading it and trying to, like I looked at the list of stuff they were offering.
Like,
Yeah.
what was it?
I was falling asleep even reading that. I was just like, I don't know what any of this shit
Who's
is.
running CNN right now? Because I feel like out of all the alphabet agencies, the news agencies, CNN is getting it the worst. With everyone's like, you guys are the most fakest fucking pieces of shits.
And the main thing is because they claim to be nonpartisan, right? Originally.
But what are they leaning?
I think their biggest
Like
L
crazy.
is when they went after Joe Rogan, and they fucking lost that battle. I think that's when
That was bad.
They put the Halloween filter on him.
yeah,
it's all
the
green
common
and shit.
man of that people that watch Joe Rogan a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking lose. Come on, like,
Dude, they took the biggest L.
yeah.
Are they the ones that said he ate horse medicine?
And then they took his video and they distorted it, made him look all
all
shitty.
sickly and green. But yeah, that's a huge, massive loss because they did invest a shitload of money. I don't think. I feel like the number is like they're just trying to keep it under wraps. But yeah, they a whole lot of people were, and a lot of people are losing their jobs too, which sucks. But they're getting like 6 months severance for them failing this, so it's not bad.
That's pretty freaking good budget. Jeez. It's like we effed up. Everybody on the team gets 6 months severance.
Well, I guess because the worst thing that can happen after this is people complaining, and then there's a documentary about everyone getting fucked over because of this. So it's like
That you
at
can
least
watch
people
on
are
CNN
happy.
Plus.
Yeah, because if you give them severance, and you don't have to give severance, right? It's not a thing you have to do. But if you do offer it, you can put a little clause. Don't talk about this.
You don't say shit.
Because I gave it to you.
That's the freaking people's worst nightmare now. It's just a documentary about whatever happened.
See what they do Firefest.
Yeah, they're doing freaking. There's like they might do like an American Next Top Model one because apparently like
Well, I'd watch that.
when you look back, they were like treated really badly, like all the models. Oh wow! Like anything that ever existed pre like woke era is now like under scrutiny for like.
Remember that show, The Swan? Do you guys remember that?
No, what's that?
The Swan was a show on like Fox 11. It was around the time like American Idol was popular, and they would just give you plastic surgery. Like they would get like they would market it as you get like a really ugly person, and they look at themselves in the mirror and they'd be like crying. They talk about like what they hate about themselves, and then they do a makeover, and then the end of the episode, they don't let them look at themselves at all during this process, and then they make them look in the mirror for the first time, and they start crying, and they do this whole thing, but it's all plastic surgery, and it was called The Swan.
Is that bad or is that good?
Well, like,
Good then, bad now.
yeah, like you do that shit today, no way.
Why is
shit
that?
would
Why
fly.
is it not? Why won't it fly today?
Because you're
already
supposed
happening?
to. You're supposed to.
True.
Because today they would say the reason why that person doesn't like themselves is because of us socially. It's like society has created an image of beauty that they don't meet.
I didn't need a magazine to tell me somebody's ugly.
7 ways to tell if you're ugly.
I know, right? Oh, shit.
Like I knew as a fucking child, bro.
It's just a mirror on the fucking magazine.
The magazine's a mirror.
It's
Mirror
just like
magazine.
foil. Reason number one is just a foil piece.
Before you could even speak, someone if they're attractive, or like they have a good look to them, or like they're clean and they're friendly, and you could tell that, and you could tell a fucking disgusting person that doesn't take care of themselves walking around on the street with fucking boogers hanging out of their nose. That's ew.
What the hell? Is that the guy from Men in Black?
You don't even need to be a human being. Like if you had fucking bunch of lionesses, right? And you had like a Mufasa motherfucker, all the lionesses want to fuck him. You know what I mean? Like the beauty thing, it's like people do put a lot of it on society, and I understand a little bit of that exists, but I think a lot of it also just is innate in us to try to find the prime like mate for ourselves.
Right.
We're all trying to find a Mufasa.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody wants a Mufasa.
Fucking Nala or Mufasa, whoever, you know?
Mother effing Scarface is always trying to freaking throw Mufasa off the cliff.
Scarface.
Scarface don't get no pussy, dude.
The rap group, bro.
You never sat next to somebody on a bus and you're like, ugh, why?
On a bus.
And you say it that loud?
On the airport shuttle to the drop off.
I don't know. I think because a lot of it is just like hygiene. Like that's, you know, determines if you're beautiful or not. Or like another one is like fitness. Like if you're physically fit, it's like I want to make kids with you.
Yeah.
You know, like so there's like natural
You counting them up?
What about like
skin. Like skin's a big
Personality.
thing, you know? Like if we have skin problems, like I have eczema, right? It's unattractive because it's like bad genes. It's not because society is like, oh, you know, they're shunning eczema. It's like, nah, everybody looks at it and goes, ugh. I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's disgusting.
What
I need to
about-
lotion this shit, you know?
what if you have a big nose? Not me, but like in general.
Not this
Are
beautiful
you trying
nose.
to point out that your nose is nice?
Okay, your nose is great.
I don't know, but to me, it's like I don't think it's like that bad to where people are like, I'm gonna vomit if I see your face. Like if it's a big nose, no one's gonna vomit, you know?
Some people might.
Big bird.
People will like shame you for how you look normally, even if you are healthy, hygienic, whatever. Some people just don't look good
That's
to other
true.
people.
Right? Yeah, some things are just unaesthetic to some people.
What are some examples of faces where you would throw up on?
Oh man.
A person who's throwing up, probably?
Well, cause you know why?
Like the guy that was throwing water at Mike Tyson.
That guy.
I
makes
saw
me
him
throw
and
up.
I just want to punch him.
He did have a punchable
has that
face.
face,
He looked
yeah.
like Randall from Recess, who's always like telling on everybody. He looked like that
That
shit.
guy looks like he sucks.
You know how they say like the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I really believe that because I think some things that are considered traditionally ugly, sometimes I think is adorable or cute or imperfections. I feel like so like a pug, right? It's like an ugly cute or like a bulldog. You look at their face and it's like, man, you fucking deformed, fat, wrinkly, cute motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
subjective.
is
It's just
subjective.
even for people, another man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So you have this like ugly person that's like your go-to, like your woman, but freaking you find her beautiful. Everybody's like, oh, like Shallow Hal.
Exactly, shallow hell. So I don't think there's like a blanket, at least for me, because like there'll be like Instagram models and shit, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I fucking thirst so hard for her." And I'm like, "Ugh, her? Like she looks weird. Like she looks like a plastic creature. You know, like
There's not one wrinkle on that body.
it looks manufactured. Like
It is.
I want organic, not GMO. You know, like I don't know.
True, yeah. What about, do you think it's possible, let's say that you were like, you spent like 3 months with a group of 15 people, and this girl who was in there is conventionally ugly, but the other like 13 people all conspired together to treat her like she was the finest girl on the planet. Do you think that would happen in your mind where you'd also accept that? Because you know, like if it's
I
society.
think that happens to ugly dudes actually. I think ugly dudes that like end up becoming more famous or successful, people look at him as like greater than.
Celebrate that person, yeah.
That's why a lot of chicks they're almost blind to that, and it's almost about the aura and everything, you know.
But do you think it happens to women? Because that's the thing that's interesting to me.
Yes.
It does?
You ever see the hot chick with a group of ugly friends? It makes the hot chick even hotter because of what she's around.
Game of perspective.
What is it called? Anchoring or some shit?
She's hot. She's hotter in comparison to the rest of the people she's with.
That's why
about
you
the-
need some ugly friends. Bro.
What about
But then if you put her with 10 hot girls, you're like, you ain't so hot anymore.
Yeah, it's like you're whatevs, you know.
What about the ugly
were a
chick
10.
in the hot girl group? Is there a way that she becomes hotter, or she just looks even worse?
It's like I've never been there, but in I guess Sweden, or where did the Vikings come from?
Yeah, like that area, Sweden, Finland.
I was told all the women in Sweden are beautiful. Like they're all supposed to be very, very like
Oh, Norway. Sorry.
Norway, very beautiful. And then they also told me it's because the Vikings raped all the beautiful women back in the day, and so that produced all this like beautiful people.
You object?
I object. I don't think that's true.
Maybe not all of them, but there's a good majority.
Oh, I object. I just sneezed during your conversation.
Objection, sneeze.
They would go on these raids like around UK or England, or Europe, and they would kidnap all the hottest girls and bring them back, and they're like, you can keep the ugly ones. And then so that's why England has all the ugly girls, and then
Norway has all the pretty ones. They kept the pretties.
I was told this by an English woman, which is my woman, so she told me that.
Yo, I benefited from somebody being really good looking in a group that we went out with. His name is Yoshi Sudarso. Whoever the editor is, put a picture here, bro. Dog, we went out to eat with Yoshi after we all trained, and it was like me, David, a couple other homies. They kept giving us free shit. They just kept giving us, here's this. Just because Yoshi was like such a sweetheart and he's the hottest guy.
Either of the Sudarsos, they have like
Yoshi's not fair.
It's not fair.
No, yeah.
It's a
You know what,
superpower. Everyone's nice to you when Yoshi's around.
This was like,
Yeah.
wait, can I see this? Can I see how good looking
yes.
he is? He's
Dude,
just
Yoshi
fucking
Sudarso.
He's like, I haven't worked out in 3 months. He's just fucking ripped for
He's
no
got
reason.
abs.
I'm so fat now. I used to have a 12-pack. Now it's an 11.
And he's like,
So this is Yoshi and Peter's, the brothers.
Okay, yeah.
they look like they want to fuck each other. They're so hot.
They talk about it all the time.
There's like,
Look at that.
Look how hot these guys are.
Ooh, dude, it's getting hot.
How you gonna have a fucking family like that, dude?
Yeah, that's not fair.
That is
they're-
not.
and they're
fair.
related. Yeah, nice. Good genes.
Yeah, and they're related.
And they probably work out too.
Yeah, that hot privilege is, I think, the worst.
Can you imagine? Here's a Saturn Ranch and my phone number.
And fucking Yoshi rides a motorcycle and takes his helmet off. Fucking.
He's like, what's up, guys? And he's always like just doing stuff with his hair. He's
Please
like,
pull him over. It's like, sir, yes? This is my helmet? Yes. Could you do that again, please?
put it on, take it off right now.
And run that by for my partner when he gets here.
Can I ride behind you too, sir?
I'm taking you downtown, but I'm riding with you.